What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And, well, my good bro, Butter the Insider, dropped a video today. And you know we got to talk about it. But before I do, he said this.
Now, TK's Garage just had his own little spat with Mopar Insiders for similar stuff of being discredited on things that he said as well. But this is a trend that we've had faced, me, TK, OC, that we're toxic YouTubers, that we be guessing and stuff, or we're trying to get discredited on things they report, or that we're guessing all this other stuff, or we don't know what we're talking about. But the point is that TK's Garage, OC Motivator, and myself, we all have sources. We share what we hear amongst one another, we verify it across the board, and then we bring it to you, which TK usually brings for everybody else because he apparently don't go anywhere but in front of that daggone camera. But this is all just to say that this year, we're gonna level up our reporting, so stick around because we're gonna drop some very interesting gas. And no, I'm not talking about the stinky kind, but TK and OC Motivated know exactly what I'm talking about when I say gas. Wink, wink.
Now, welcome on back to TK's Garage. Now, we're not continuing. I said what I needed to say yesterday, and I think I was pretty thorough there. I'm done saying anything else outside of that. As long as we, keep that understanding, we don't need to be taking shots across the internet. I'm not a fan of that. But I did see that website, talk about them dropping the V8 Hemi at Dundee in August. Could that still happen? I don't know. It'd probably be the fastest retooling in history. And you may have seen that Car and Driver and Motor Trend have now updated their stories because they're kind of like, uh-oh. Now, if you watch Butter the Insider's video, I did share some internal information, documents. And I don't know if you guys know this or not. I've talked about it multiple times. My sources, I have sources that come from the assembly plant level all the way to the board of directors. So when people are like, oh, I haven't heard anything about that, it's probably because it hasn't even got to the lower employee level yet. And that's what gives me the multi-month advantage when I get information from, at least from Stellantis, from that company. Well, I told you guys about the Hemi coming back to America months ago. And Butter is correct. I told you guys this also weeks ago that they were on emergency shifts and pumping out 2,500 and 3,500 trucks so that they could avoid tariffs. But not only are they doing that, they're pumping out 6.4 big gas engines, or BGEs, as well as the other version of the 6.4, where they call it the Apache, and the 5.7 liter Hemi, as you can see what Butter the Insider posted in his video. Now, I'm tagging Butter in the description down below, and I'll put a direct link to his video as well. You should go watch it. He also hinted at some big things that are coming soon between myself and Butter the Insider and OC Motivator. And it's going to be pretty big. That's the only thing I can tell you. Because the information that we get, why YouTube is great, and I love YouTube as a platform, a lot of people, unfortunately, don't take people that release or get information and post it on YouTube seriously. Evidently, if you have a website and a domain and you post that information and you have those documents or phone calls or, stuff like that, evidently you get more credibility that way. It doesn't make any sense to me. I've always been taught as an intelligence guy, information is information. I don't care where I get it from, as long as it's valid. But yeah, Butter the Insider went into depth as only Butter the Insider can do with dope transitions, damn it. And all kinds of other stuff. And I'm happy to see him getting back on his game and cranking out the videos. So definitely go check that out. I want to talk a little bit about the Hemi, because I know a lot of people, I've seen Car and Driver update their report, and this isn't to discredit, and that's Butter made that thing too, saying like, I'm not trying to just discredit Mopar Insights. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just publishing the information that they may not have access to. Okay, could they get it? And yes, Stellantis also made a comment. They didn't deny it. They're just saying, like, yeah, we don't have any plans for this right now. And I think it got bad when I dropped the roasting video yesterday and I put the email in which shows it came from people at Stellantis, and I have several of those emails. Needless to say, after I shared some photos and videos and whatnot from inside Dundee and put one of my sources in contact with people at a couple of different publications, that's why you're seeing all of the updated stories. That does not mean that the Hemi's not going to come to Dundee. My sources are saying that it could, it just wouldn't be there for 12 to 18 months. At the same time, Kokomo has been tooling. I don't know if you know that. I said that when I did the story and said that the Hemi was coming back to America, that it would go to either Kokomo or Dundee. I didn't think they were going to, start building engines at Belvedere or something, right? But I didn't know. And if I don't know something, I don't just make a claim. I'll say, hey, I don't know this. Here's what I know. I'm very specific when it comes to that. And, as we're finding out what's being built down there in Mexico, there's a very interesting version of the 6.4 liter Hemi being built. It has the stronger block, but it looks like it has the stronger block, but the performance side, you would see from, the Apache, the other 6.4. So could it be forged internals? I wonder why they'd be building a different version of the 6.4 or using the stronger block. They wouldn't be, building that for a Ram truck, would they? One that I just made up, huh? I'm sorry. It's very hard for me not to be an asshole. Because it's like, I don't know. When you're 100% right about something and then somebody tries to tell you you're wrong, and then stuff starts falling and they see that you're right, and then they're like, damn. Yeah, no. So, needless to say, I'm excited about the Hemi news, okay? And this is not me completely cooking that website, Mopar Insiders, all right? It's me putting out valid, up-to-date, real information. Could they magically tool between right now, which is the end of March, so April, May, June, July, and start building engines in 5 months, 4.5 months? Maybe, but if we look at the track record, they've been tooling at Dundee for like 19 months to try to build a 4-cylinder engine, and they're not done. So, sorry if I'm a little remiss there to say, like, I doubt it. Now, what might actually happen is this. What Butter reported today is they're going to build 12,000, 16,000, 5.7 liter Hemis, and they're going to ship them to Dundee and ship some to Kokomo for what we call cold storage, okay? But they're going to ship some to Dundee. They're not going to build those Hemis at Dundee yet, but they're going to come from Mexico before the tariffs come into effect. That's why you're seeing the insane amount of work. And what's crazy is if you're a news publication that does automotive news, and I don't know, maybe a lot of people don't pay for information. Maybe that's what it is. And you don't have sources in the plants in Mexico, why are you reporting news? Like, it's not hard to get valid sources that could get video and photos and everything else with their phones at the plants in Mexico so you can find out what the hell is going on. This is the thing that shocks me the most. Maybe it's because I don't come from the journalistic world. Maybe because I come as an intelligence guy. But, you know, I've had multiple people say this too, right? I actually had a conversation with somebody from Stellantis that works on the board, that works with the board of directors, that says you should just come on board and be like the security guy at Stellantis to stop leaks and do whatever. Because he goes, I can't believe the information that you're able to get. And I'm like, well, when you don't pay your people a ton of money and you're doing stuff like in countries like Mexico or Egypt and some of these other places, it doesn't cost a lot of money to get information that you don't want to come out. Got it? Pretty simple. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this thing up. Make sure to go check out Butter the Insider's video. I absolutely love what he did today. 100% factual. He dropped some information that I hadn't dropped yet. He asked if we could use it. I was like, have at, do your thing. Because I did, like, and I major shout out to Butter for, you know, blurring and did what he did. I didn't know how I was going to be able to drop that without exposing some of those sources, so I just didn't use it. But I get stuff this is the other thing, and I'll close with this. I get stuff like this every single day. Part numbers, wiring harnesses, and like I told you, from the factory level, the assembly plant level, to the board of directors is where my information comes from. That's why I'm so accurate. That's why I get the information months before everybody else, because that information is coming from up here. And then when people are like, well, we don't know what's happening at the assembly, I do. That's because I get it from right here. So we're going to continue to do it, but we're about to change the game up a little bit here and do it in a different way, as Butter said in his video today. And I know a lot of you guys were probably laughing when he dropped the gas comment, because he was like, we're not talking about the smelly kind. I don't know. If you ever happen to like offend me or screw one of my friends, I am known to drive across the country and take a dump in a lobby at a car dealership. One of those nuclear dumps. It's horrible. So I'm just waiting. I already know. Somebody's already sent me stuff that I've done where they clip out stuff that I've said. I'm just waiting for the TK soundboard. Nuclear dumps and all this other. I already know it's coming. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you wonder why I'm in a great mood today, part of that is because I see the Mopar community coming, and I saw them in the comments on the video I did yesterday. I thought I wasn't, and that, you know, some people are mad. They're like, oh, you're being divisive in the community. I'm not. I didn't start it. All right. I'm the kind of guy that doesn't like to start things, but I am the guy that will finish things. So, like I said, in case you guys were asking, like, what's the situation there? I don't have any animosity or whatever with those guys. I just had to respond. I had to say what I had to say, and I'm going to move forward with that. Go read Mopar Insiders all you want. Go watch their videos. I don't have any issue with that. You know, and I wish them nothing but the best. I'm not hoping that their website fails or whatever happens. That said, myself, Butter the Insider, and a team of other people are about to embark on something huge, and we're going to drop some of the biggest leaks when it comes to Mopar here in the nearest future. I've been holding them right here, waiting for this thing to happen. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And, you know, like myself and Butter and OC Motivator do, stay petty, my friends. I don't know. I think OC Motivators probably stay business, my friends, and Butter's probably smashing people's wives. But anyways, till next time. Jesus Christ.